The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, November 24th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is offering new users $1,000 risk-free bet. Sign up today, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Eric Metcalf. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, November 25th. Oh boy, this is one you're gonna have to hit that bookmark. Add bookmark to this episode. All right. Because got a feeling it's going to be good because your boy Dundee. Well, look, I don't know if you guys have been tracking solely me for the past 3-4 days, but ever since I was labeled an alcoholic, which by the way, cheers. The fire has been strong with old in the land down under. So if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Ooh, sorry. What up to Scott G in the chat? Shout out to Cannabis Cap. Appreciate you, Scott G. He says, don't ever change, Colby. You're entertaining and one of a kind in this business. There you go. Appreciate you, Scott G. Let's talk all about it. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, which you should be subscribed to, host of the Ride and Rush Show, which you should be subscribed to. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Lawn Mac. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. I'm going back to fading myself in the morning and early afternoon lunch window because I suck again. I can't win as that one voice that you got on the soundboard sound. So I'm turning around tomorrow though, because I get it going in the evening just to salvage. Yes, just to salvage my morning again. I think I started like 1-6 again. I'm like, come on, stop doing this.
Shout out to Mo Ash. Mo Ash continues to, Mo. Thank you. I answered your tweets. Your shit's on the way, buddy. And yeah, cheers to you, brother, because that's awesome. You're really helping us out here, folks. You can watch the show live, youtube.com/the college experience. Always fun with the live chat because they're fantastic, even when they talk shit. And I thought I was going to have a horrible day. Well, I've never really thought that, but after the first couple games, I was like, ooh. But your boy, the cream rises to the top. That's what they say. I channel my inner Ric Flair.
The best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines,
jet airplanes, custom-made clothes, and any woman in the world I want. Just like that.
I mean, out the gate, by the way, Brian Sanders, shout out to Brian Sanders. Love Brian Sanders. But at the same time, he goes, NC State's falling apart.
Shocker.
Well, what'd you expect? All right. You know what I mean? ECU almost fell apart, and then they decided to make a 70-footer, you know, like they normally do anytime it comes close to them falling apart. NC State, no, counterfeit. Let's get into it, because out the gate, UNC Greensboro, UMKC, Greensboro wins by 12. We thought the line smelled a little bit. So I got this pick wrong out the gate. Didn't bet this game, but what'd you make of Greensboro drilling? Dude, they're good, man. Greensboro, the SoCon's always the fucking best of one. I would love to teach. I should be a teacher at a fucking university, like when John Madden was teaching football at Cal Berkeley after he retired from the Raiders. I feel like we should teach one on how interesting like the Missouri Valley and the SoCon are every fucking year. Greensboro's good. What'd you make of this one?
Frustrating. Remember, this was my nasty lock, and I thought UNC.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
They were down 4. They were down 4 with 7.5, 6 minutes left, and then it got away. And a couple guys that like to troll me were saying that we're giving out fake numbers. No, the line was 10.5 last night, and it dropped to 8.
That's a classic. No. That don't fucking. I saw that fucking idiot. Look,
that is why you listen to the show at midnight.
This is like that's like betting college basketball 101.
Yes,
the lines change drastically. Same with college football. If you get them on a Sunday, especially the first couple of weeks, I feel like they get a little sharper as the season goes along in football. But it's always going to be like that.
Yes,
and
that's why we do the show right now. That's literally why we do the show right now.
Well, you just got to realize, like, it's like fucking Darwinism. You know what I mean? Some people are fucking idiots, and they're just going to be betting on the worst number possible. And, you know, if they want to think that we created fake numbers, we do a show based on fake numbers. This isn't fucking Dungeons and Dragons, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? We're not just creating shit, you know.
And we'll talk about A&M. A&M was a nice line movement for us, but it didn't mean shit because they didn't get it done.
Yeah, that's my one. I opened up with a bang. I had a couple hundos riding on A&M, and no, don't play that music. I'm sorry. I fucking that's for later. Yeah, I meant for the you can't win. I'll tell you this. How about this? This is for my A&M pick.
Coaching, our coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
I meant that regarding me, not the buzzsaw. I ate a bundle of shit there. Obviously, Henry Coleman getting injured wasn't the best situation, but I ate shit. So anyway, what'd you make of this game?
I mean, Coleman went down, but I think it just speaks to the culture of FAU getting it done against a buzzsaw. You know, I mean, this team has made me look like a jackass over and over and over. I'm like, hey, man, they're due for some regression. They got the target on their back. Yeah, we might have had Bryant the other day against him, but I definitely have lost money betting against FAU. I still probably will do it. I'll talk myself into it, but I mean, I love this team. I love Dusty May. I love the culture there. They're great. And what a win. What a win.
Yeah. So I ate shit there, and then the very next game, I ate shit, and that was the Bryant Bulldogs. Got absolutely fucking drilled.
So much for a sleepy spot, right? Terrible.
I mean, I thought at this point I was like, "Yep, might be a tough day." And shout out to Xavier. They showed up. They're always fire at home, and they were fire again at home. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, I think the worst thing that probably happened to us was Bryant winning that FAU game. Xavier ready to go. I was shocked. I mean, I thought sleepy spot right after Thanksgiving. They're going to come out flat. No, they're up 30 at half. Honestly, Bryant almost backdoored this miraculously, but I mean, it was never the right side. Noah?
I'm just showing my face because I lost there too.
Yeah, we got fucking destroyed there. And I mean, I got nothing there. I'll say this: the very next game, I had Tennessee State. Someone was DMing me on Twitter saying,
"You're a jackass."
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean I thought that line smelled though, but I dove into the smell. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, 0-3. Tennessee State loses to Mercer outright, folks. Mercer 69, Tennessee State 59. I'm sorry, 60-59. I'm thinking, okay, but you don't know pick Dundee because I focused. I got laser focused because, as you well know,
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
You just don't turn it off. You still got a lot of bets out there. All right. Start out 0-3, folks, and just so the audience knows, 19-6 today. Fuck you. All right. Here we go. Well, Jacksonville State. I decided to go in on Jacksonville State. We both went on Jacksonville State. The Gamecocks, they drill UTSA.
My boys.
They drill UTSA 77-62. Get it done. UTSA, I understand they quickly jumped to that, football program, get that going, but their basketball program needs a lot of work. And I look to fade them the rest of the season. Shout out to Jacksonville State for getting that done. We were spot on. What'd you make of this one?
Ray Harper's a really good coach. They were out there. They lost a heartbreaker to Incarnate Word. Great bounce back. Controlled the game from about midway through the first half. Cruised to a victory. Good win. Gamecocks.
Yeah. Shout out to Cloudbrain. Appreciate you, Cloudbrain, donating $10. But Moash, $10 for Cloudbrain, folks. And we're not going to discriminate on the fucking to me, if you can help out, you can help out. Cool. You're helping out whether maybe you don't even have that money. You know what I mean? You're in the chat. We all appreciate it. We like, this is really cool. I appreciate it. Wake Forest beat Charleston Southern by 15.
That's deceiving.
Yeah. That game was a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't bet that game.
No.
I did bet this one though. North Carolina against Arkansas. I believe we had a little battle on the lines here.
I stayed away.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't we battle this last night?
I thought crazy? No. We did Memphis, Arkansas. You won the night before.
Okay.
There's a lot. I know these teams are playing a lot of games in the last 3 days.
No. Well, I went in on Carolina either way. Look, I normally try to channel the fact. I try to say Mac locked up the other side on every win that I have. You know what I mean? I try to say that just so. But yeah, UNC.
Did you get that from Noah?
No, fuck Mac. I was just gonna jump in. You get that from Kirby Smart? Is that the Kirby Smart mentality? They doubted us the entire year.
Yeah, he's a genius. I know. And look, a lot of people say like Kirby Smart's an idiot for doing that. I'll take it back to Coach. Mike Leach was a friend of ours. Rest in peace, Coach Leach. Yeah. He was the former offense coordinator for Bob Stoops at Oklahoma. He's like Stoops would have a fake newspaper clipping. He would have someone at the Norman or the Oklahoma student newspaper like print it out on newspaper and make it look like whether it's a Dallas Register or something like that. That's coaching 101. That's from a motivational side. They're basically statement. Yeah. I mean, you got, to me, if you're looking for an edge, you got to do that. So,
Hugs would talk up Bellarmine like it was a freaking 75 Hoosiers whenever we'd play them. I'd be like, God damn, we're about to get our ass kicked if we beat them by 40.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta look. You gotta. It's just. I feel like you ever get comfortable in life, and I think this goes for anybody. You get comfortable with your office job, you're probably not doing the best work. You know what I mean? Like if the boss is like, hey, we're firing one of these motherfuckers, we're downsizing, I guarantee you're on top of it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, North Carolina hit for me there. Did not touch Brown and Delaware. Delaware won by 8. Brown blew a halftime lead. What'd you make of this one?
I bet Brown's becoming a big time kryptonite of mine. And you talked about it, man. You warned me. I like this Brown team too, but man, they're so inconsistent.
I was on, I left early last night. Thanks for holding it down, guys. And I was on Hoops Peterson randomly asked me about that game. I don't come in with the script. And I was like, he drops me this game. And out of all the fucking games, right? And I'm like, I can't take Brown. I can't. Yeah.
I called that, Mac. It was maybe like another day or like another time that you were on there. I was like, there's no way that Colby threw this one up there. It was I forget what it was, but yeah, it was just hilarious. I was like, Colby was not prepped for this one, and Greg was dropping in like an under total on you, and that's not your game at all or something. I don't know, but I was on Brown too. You warned me. I ate shit here.
Well, I mean, look, I still I still took Brown on the picks page. I just didn't want to bet it because I know them over the past couple of years, man. So shout out to Danny Dumpshits because this is a clown show. That's right. Give me another fucking whiskey. I might do a fucking backflip for you. All right, let's go. All right.
He was talking about NC State's game right now.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was talking about here.
Kevin Keats just got tossed. They just got like 7 technical fouls. It looks like.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
get him
dust
out of
up.
here. All right.
Shout out to Jack Del Rio. Rest in peace. A little dust up.
Read the room, Jack. Read the room. Butler, Penn State. We didn't bet this, but Butler hit for us. Kind of went. I actually thought it'd be a little closer, but Butler did cover, and we got this one done. This was a good game. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, I think the game kind of went the way we thought. Penn State, I think, had an 8-9 point lead in the first half. 2 good coaches. Both teams aren't going to back down. I mean, I like both these teams going forward. Two hard-nosed, well-coached teams.
Yeah. Well, my bets really started to take off right around here. I mean, I know I'm 2-3. If you're keeping up right now, I'm 2-3, and you're ready for the fire. Be ready for the fire, because your boy Dundee not only took Monmouth with the points, I also took Monmouth money line. Let's go Hawks! Fly, baby, fly! We were flying all over that goddamn gymnasium today. Let's go, King Rice, my
Good
boy.
call.
He's gonna get a Christmas card. He's gonna get a Christmas card from me this year. What'd you make of this one, man?
I love me some King Rice, except when he went into Morgantown and won. Other than that, I love the guy. Good, they're good, man. His son's really good, Xander Rice, and we talked about it. I think in the preseason. Last year was a transition year for these Monmouth Hawks coming over from the initial league, the MAAC, into the CAA. Watch out, they're gonna be a player in that league this year.
Yeah, and remember they lost a lot from the year prior. They were a darling of mine.
Yep.
He can coach, and yeah, I mean,
definitely a player's coach. He gets the most out of those guys. They play hard.
Hope you tailed me on that, and it only got better because decided to bet on Alabama State. Now, this is one I told you was a fringe lock for me last night. You had to follow our picks page to know that I really bet this, and I went in. I trusted Terrell Furman's intel, and Alabama State drilled North Carolina A&T by 15. Let's fucking go. A&T's bad, man. We should put them on auto fade.
Horrible. This is one of those games, Colby, where there's no secret. We have a couple whiskeys on this show, and then you come back the next morning. You're going back through your locks, making sure everything, crossing your T's, dotting your I's. And you go, do I really want to lock up Alabama State here against fucking North Carolina A&T? I'm like, this card's loaded. Let me stay off this one. If it was a short slate, I would have done it. But I mean, good call by us.
Shout out to Clark, says he hung out with King Rice back in the day. Great guy. There we go. There we go, man. Mm-hmm. Well, the hits kept coming. This is like when you catch a good radio station back in the day when people listen to radio and they're just playing great song after great song, because Evansville, which I got to credit you here. You sold me on this one.
Outright, baby.
Yeah, I was going through and I was like, okay, let me load up on Evansville. Boom, they get it done in overtime. And this is hilarious because someone did tweet me when they were down like 8 or 10. Said, nice call on Evansville, jackass. Right? Hey, it hit. How we doing?
How are you?
Shout out to Jordan, says first time catching the live stream, had a big day. Appreciate the breakdowns. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for checking us out, man. Spread the word if you can. All right. You got that cousin that you really don't want to buy a Christmas gift for, maybe stepbrother. I don't know. Yeah, you can just tell him, hey, give me your phone for a second. Grab his phone, go over to college, type in college basketball experience, subscribe. Boom. The gift has been given. All right. It's on him to follow the bets. All right. I'm talking out of my ass, but I mean, sure, do it. Look, Ball State wins by 18 against Arkansas Pine Bluff. This I would have had wrong there had I bet this, but Ball State, I had to schedule a little bit. They lost a lot. I know we did the MAC preview. I think Ball State is ahead of schedule in my opinion. What'd you make of this outcome?
Yeah, I mean, we touched on it with Ball State a couple times. Well coached, year 2 of the Mike Lewis era, Mick Cronin guy. I mean, quietly, once again, 5-1. They lost a bunch, but they're right there again, right in the mix.
Yeah. Indiana State took down Toledo. We stayed away from this game. This was a good game, and actually Toledo covered. So I think I took Indiana State on the picks page, didn't hit, and anyway, I think you had Toledo there. So there we go. Yeah. Shout out to DB Cooper in the chat. Lipscomb beat Asheville. What Asheville? What the fuck's happening there? Now I didn't bet this game, but they are ass this year so far.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're terrible. I don't understand. I almost locked Lipscomb, man. I'm pretty connected in the Big South. I think I watch a lot of those games because of my guys at Radford. I'm not high on this Asheville team right now. I think a lot of hype from last year. Now, with that said, they still do have Drew Pember, but I have not been impressed so far.
Yeah, me too. Well, the good news is wherever you got that Manhattan line, and I once again, I will go to my grave on this. 42.5 was available out there. I know I've had a few whiskeys, but you look a little fuzzy over there, right?
I know. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to freaking fix this shit. Here we go.
No, actually I'm working with rum and Coke tonight. Rum and Coke. Manhattan covered for me though. Took them in the points. Once again, never really got that sweaty, but maybe for a little bit it was like 30, 35, 36. But Jaspers get it done. We knew that line was too much. Obviously, I know there was chaos on the books. I feel like we're all over the place on this one. But what'd you make of this one?
So we should have locked it at 35, man. We talked about 42, 35. I mean, I know we ended up locking it at 42, but even 35 never was a sweat.
Yeah.
It's a look ahead for UConn.
Nichols, we both were on Nichols against Mississippi State. That's what I'm talking about. I'm on fire right now. I'm hitting like 6 in a row right here. This is where I'm sitting around the house dancing. You know, I got a handful of whiskey. Yeah, I'm in my boxers, watching the game with my dog. My wife's wondering why she married me. You know, the usual.
Iowa have won 13-10 in football at this point.
Oh, dude, that was perfect.
The under somehow wins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I the amount of people that have asked me about that. Like last night I was on Hoops and they're like, you can't take the under here. And I'm like, no, you can. You can. Take the fucking under.
And it was 10-7 like in the first quarter.
Dude, there was actually more scoring than I thought. There was 2 block field goals. God bless those guys on Nebraska. But yeah, we hit on the Iowa money line and the under. But Nichols got it done for us against Mississippi State. It wasn't even pretty close, like pretty easy cover there. And then, well, may I introduce you guys? Some people didn't have the cojones to ride the motherfucking Sharks, the Long Island fucking Sharks. They come into your little Highland Heights place. All right. Your fucking place in Kentucky. I told you that Rod Strickland has been around the block in Kentucky. He was there in Lexington. You've been to Lexington. It ain't necessarily a big fucking city. So what do? You go out looking for fun. So he was familiar with that Highland Heights shit, right? He's going to come in there. He knows where to go and who to beat. And that's exactly what he did. And the fucking Long Island Sharks, get this. I rode the Sharks plus 10.5. And what did I say on this very show? I said, take the motherfucking money line. I-95, motherfuckers. I-95. That's what he did. Shout out to my fucking Sharks, because I told you the bite is bigger than the fucking fin, and that's what's happening with the fucking Sharks over here. Your thoughts on this game?
I faded our boys. Shame on me. Now I will say tomorrow they're playing Northern Kentucky. Northern Kentucky didn't play today. There ain't no way LIU's got any legs.
Are you gonna have the audacity to come on this very show and try to fade the Sharks yet again?
They're at the bar right now drinking Long Island right now, celebrating that 15-point victory. That's a hell of a win though for Rod Strickland. I mean,
bring it on.
Let's go.
Bring it on, folks. That's what I knew this day. I was gonna burn down the house potentially. All right, let's go. Let's fucking go. The whole chat. Who rode with me on the fucking Sharks? That's what I want to know. I don't want to see any bullshit.
You had multiple people.
Okay, they wrote it to me on the Sharks because I know I got a lot of tweets saying, "Damn it, Dundee, I should have rolled with you on this fucking Sharks team," but they didn't. They didn't. But you know what? Sometimes you got to not listen to the outside world. You got to just think about it, within yourself. Just like a great white does out in the fucking Pacific Ocean. You think it's worried about the other fish? No. It's thinking about itself, saying, hey, what am I going to do? I'm going to fucking eat. All right. I'll go into this Highland Heights fucking place and I'll fucking eat. Let's go.
What a win. What a win. I mean, that wasn't a pull away win by 15. They were up by like 20 in the first half. Where the fuck did that come from?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Fucking the fucking bus driver gets you there on time. Columbia's lucky. Let me tell you that. I'll say it again. Columbia's lucky that fucking bus driver was late. He didn't get a chance to do the warm-ups, do the layup line. The layup line can win you a game, all right?
I'll tell you what, hey, LIU and Lemoyne, you better not have them on the schedule anytime soon. They're fucking teams up now. They're Sweet 16 bound.
Chat's going nuts, and Gary K makes a great point. You got to bet LIU tomorrow. They don't need a bus.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're gonna be I haven't spent a lot of time in Highland Heights, Kentucky, but I'm telling you, they might have to take a Uber or something. You know what I mean? I don't think it's very city-like in Highland Heights, if I had to guess. So let's go. Let's fucking go. Folks, we got more games to talk about. I'm still in my fucking Sharks voice. But
by the way, that was single-handedly the reason why you didn't finish your show last night. I went back and broke down the time and go, hey, we spent 10 minutes on the LIU Corpus Christi breakdown.
Yeah.
That's why he had to bounce early.
That's true. That's why I never need a manager, because if I ever had a manager, it's like, dude, Dundee, enough with this Long Island fucking Sharks bit. You got to be on time. Team. What's going on here?
It's America's team.
Folks, I want to tell you that we're brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is the world's favorite sportsbook, trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. They got props, they got sides, they got totals, they got live betting. Yes, Bet365 has you covered. Sign up today and choose from two bonus offers, either a $1,000 no sweat bet or a bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. Problem with gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, we are back. And the winds kept coming. Well, actually, this one I didn't play, but shout out to Western Michigan. They won at the buzzer pretty much. They beat Sela 68-67 in a barn burner. We were on the right side of this one and getting 2.5. They won outright. Did you catch the end of this game?
I ended up Benedicting on this one. I like my boy Kiefer at Southeast Louisiana. They battled all the way back. This is a good game, back and forth, and then they gave it away at the end. So interested to see how these teams bounce back with these quick turnarounds, AAU style tournaments we're dealing with.
Yeah. And then how about it? And I would have ate shit on this had I bet this. Those Hornets of Delaware State are pesky.
The greatest team. Had them to Lemoyne and LIU Final Four.
Double overtime, along with escapes. Don't put them on the schedule next year, Lancers. 84-82, along with the Lancers get that dub, and then the Pitt Panthers.
This is bad play by me.
Wayne Tinkle, what the fuck? He's gonna get fired from Morgan
terrible,
State.
Dude. They're so bad. I was banking on they got to show up eventually, but they're fucking awful, And I got to stop fading Pitt against these mid-major teams. Oregon State's a mid-major team. That's a bad fucking team. So
whole team transferred out. Yeah.
Pitt's back to being national championship contenders, according to everybody. Took the night off a couple nights ago, but they got Missouri, Clemson, and West Virginia on deck. We'll see how they do against real competition.
Whole team except for Pope. Pope's legit, but he's got nobody around him.
Yeah, that's fair. No, you can come back because me and you did eat shit here on USC. I had $100 on USC. Oklahoma with like a putback at the buzzer, essentially, as Oklahoma wins 72-70. I know they're dancing on the street in Norman. I still felt like I was on the. I would make this bet tomorrow. To quote Mac, I would still bet this tomorrow. Played out. I still feel like they play 6-7 times. USC is going to get the majority of them. But shout out to Oklahoma and Porter Moser. We thought this was a critical year where, we kind of thought he would probably end up getting fired potentially, and I think they're much better than I assumed they would be this year.
They're way more athletic than they've been, and we love the Groves brothers from Eastern Washington, but
too many white guys. Too many white guys.
Too many white guys for the Big 12. So, they're way improved, and what a win for Porter Moser, and Oklahoma keeps the mojo going. They won 10 games of football. Lincoln Riley sucks at USC. They beat USC in basketball. They're having a good year right now for the Sooners, and now they're headed to the SEC.
Yeah, Noah, what'd you make of this one?
Yeah, Oklahoma's proving me wrong because they were an early season team that I was looking to fade. But also shout out Siena. They've had 2 transfers come out of there that have absolutely killed it in the high majors, with Jalen Pickett over at Penn State, and now you got Javian McCollum for Oklahoma. Oklahoma played a bunch of tomato cans early, but I mean, he's looked so far so good against 2 real teams in Iowa and USC. So pretty impressive.
Well, look, you might have thought that might have started me on a losing streak, but you can't. You gotta just.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
I ended up betting Villanova. Now I gotta be honest, I did not feel as comfortable with this bet, so I bet just $50 on Villanova. They win 79-63. They fucking destroyed Memphis, man. This Nova team, I think, could be one of the surprise teams this year in college basketball. What'd you make of this outcome?
Villanova's back. Not to Jay Wright back, but they're back. They're an NCAA tournament team. They're going to be back in the dance. That team is good. They're experienced.
It's tough to follow a Hall of Fame coach, man. You got to learn. I think some of these people. I read a letter from someone that donates to Villanova basketball, saying until Kyle Neptune's out, I'm not donating money. And I thought, what a fucking asshole.
What a pussy.
It's like, you ever had to follow someone that's really fucking good? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I was at the Comedy Store one time and fucking Bobby Lee. I had to follow Bobby Lee, who's like on Mad TV and shit. And it was awful. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. You know what I mean? Like, because he fucking got a standing ovation and he bumped me. He wasn't even he wasn't planning to be on the show. He bumped me, which is fair because he's got TV credits and I'm a fucking idiot. And he bumps me and then destroys. And then I got to go up there next telling dick jokes. It just wasn't working. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that anyone can, use that for any part of, like, you have to be patient. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they sucked last year. They were also injured. They were also incredibly young. Give the guy some fucking time.
They also wanted to can Jay Wright after back-to-back misses in 2010, 2011. Remember, they're like, Jay Wright's done. Jay Wright, get him out. And then what'd they do? They fucking went to it. Well, actually, after that, then they lost a couple times in the round of 32. And they're like, oh, he can't win the big one. Then he won 2 out of 3 national championships. I'm not saying they're going to do that, but this is an NCAA tournament team, top 4 Big East team. They got experience. They know their roles. They got multiple guys that can score, defend. They look like a Villanova team. Good team.
Yeah.
Well done, Kyle Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, so I cashed in on that, and then the hits kept going because Merrimack. Now, I'll be honest here, I pretty much broke even because I also took Merrimack money line. Didn't hit, but they did cash, and we gave that away on the show. Warriors did come to play, and they covered against Samford. Only lost by 8. Did you bet this one?
I did not. I stayed off it. I should have bet it with you. I mean, they were right there, man. I mean, Samford's good. I like Samford. I like the presser, Bucky ball, as they call it down there in Birmingham. But Merrimack, once again, quiet, good team.
Yeah, and my hits kept coming because the Jacksonville Dolphins took it to Robert Morris. You're not going to know that I said this is fringe lock. I locked this up this morning because I started winning, and I just knew that Jacksonville was going to fuck up Robert Morris. There was a big brawl in this game, and that's always great. We prefer that. Yeah. Look, come on. I'm so sick of people saying there's no spot for this in sports. Yeah, no, this is exactly the spot for it in sports. All right. If it was happening to you in the middle of a fucking, actually, it's kind of fun anywhere in life. I'll be honest. Like, I get a kick out of watching those Black Friday fights. You just see like a mob of people in Target like fighting over a fucking television. I think it's fantastic. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Sometimes people need to get punched in the face. It's good for them. Humble them a little bit.
Yeah. And look, I don't see people claiming to shut down Target just like they're trying to cause they're trying to ruin football. Every fucking Black Friday, I see a fucking Target or Walmart just getting destroyed. And just people catching uppercuts left and right. No one says shit about closing them down. But
there's more contact than against a fucking quarterback in this day and age. I can tell
exactly,
you that.
Dude. But every fucking football game, how could we have this going on? Right? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, how you doing, Noah?
What's going on, guys? This one was a game that I didn't watch, but I need to go back and watch it after this weekend that I'm about to have. But so what I had heard is
wait, whoa. Weekend that you're about to have.
I mean, it's about to be an all day. Like I'm gonna miss the show tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's an all day affair.
You rented a fucking pontoon boat or something?
Yeah, like blacking out. It's a 1-game season for our football team.
What are you drinking tomorrow, buddy? What are you gonna be drinking tomorrow?
A little bit of everything, honestly. Whatever's
there we go. That's perfect answer. Yeah. Perfect answer.
Just like how I was in Vegas.
On airplane mode.
Colby, you know how I attack it.
That's true. No, that's true. In Vegas, Noah. I love Noah, but Noah's like, I'm buying drinks, and Noah's like, give me whatever. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You got
Vegas.
I am buying your drink. That means you can order any fucking drink in the bar except for like that $200 shit because you know I'm too cheap for that. But what's up?
This Robert Morris game, this one's gonna be one that I have to go back and watch because what I had heard, I don't know if you guys mentioned this, everybody off the bench came off the bench for both teams, so they all got technicals and they were thrown out of the game. Yeah. So it was 5-on-5 for the entire second half, basically.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I honestly come on. That's beautiful. I'm going to watch it again. All right. Shout out Antonio Downing's got a great joke. I get that reference. He talks about a pontoon boat on Omaha Beach. That is a reference to the great outdoors and Dan Aykroyd. I appreciate that one. Moving along, but yeah, I hit on Jacksonville. Like I'm telling you, I was fucking on fire today. We all locked up this one. This was the easiest fucking bet of the day. I had a large chunk of money on St. Mary's against Davidson.
Easy.
Boom. I hope you guys tailed us on that because that was pretty easy. That one, even the amateurs can get that one. What'd you make of this one, man?
It's never as good as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems. St. Mary's is still a top 2 team in that league. I know they have ate complete shit for the last 3 games, but they're going to start to roll here. This is a good team.
Yeah. We did pick this incorrectly. We didn't bet this, but Utah Tech did not cover against Wazoo. Wazoo won by 40. Is Kyle Smith's squad in Pullman better than I think?
Potentially. I mean, you look at what Washington State's done so far this year. 4-1. The only loss to Mississippi State, who's obviously very good. So I kind of like this team going forward in the last year in the Pac-2, Pac-12, whatever the hell you want to call it. So,
they're keeping it next year, baby.
They're better than Oregon State. I can tell you that, unfortunately. I love Oregon State. That's what was heartbreaking today, watching them lose to Pitt. I mean, I hate watching Pitt win, but I was like, man, Oregon State's bad. That's a bad basketball team.
I mean, Tinkle took no momentum into that Elite Eight. That Elite Eight appearance. Terrible. I don't know how they didn't build off that.
Yeah.
But moving along, Montana got destroyed by Houston. I didn't bet this game. I think I took Houston.
We did, and we stayed off the auto lock with Houston against the bye games just because they were coming off the championship, but they're fucking good, man.
Yeah. And we should have faded Rice. You talked me into Rice plus 9.5. I didn't bet this game, but Irvine won by 15. Rice is fucking terrible.
They are, and it's frustrating. They were tied with 15 minutes left. Like they should have covered this game, but they suck. I can't take them anymore. They're terrible.
Well, we were spot on though with Lafayette plus the points against Penn. Penn only won by 2. Rivalry game, in-state battle. We were spot on with this one. I should have bet this. I didn't. I'm mad. Also, we should have bet Canisius because they drilled Wofford. Canisius is solid this year, man.
Canisius has just been a thorn in our side over the years, though. They've been up and down, but this year seems to be a lot better.
Well, I feel like we had an unofficial lock battle here because I knew UIC was going to drill Middle Tennessee.
Oh my God,
dude, we should watch out for UIC this year.
Yeah,
and Middle Tennessee when they hit the road without their best player, they're not going to be that good this year. UIC's in the valley these days. I'm kind of buying in, man. The Flames get it done by 30. The Valley is going to be fucking fun to watch.
It always is, but this year it seems like
I feel like this
ever.
year
they got more
up.
quality teams, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Indiana State,
right now.
Indiana State, UIC, Bradley, Drake, Northern Iowa, Missouri State's not bad. This is
Illinois.
Illinois State's not bad.
Murray,
Illinois State's not bad. Yeah. It's going to be a fucking bundle of fun. It's going to be a bundle
Evansville
of fun.
doesn't suck anymore.
Yeah.
The only one that sucks is Valpo.
Yeah. That's what they get for trying to change their name.
Yeah, filthy whores.
We had 3 students offended by the name Crusaders. We must get rid of it. Anyway, UIC gets it done. Troy and Grambling. I believe we didn't bet this, but we would have hit incorrectly because we took the 10.5 and Grambling won, or Troy won by 13. So we were wrong there. I did bet this one, and I talked about this last night as a fringe lock. And once I started winning all day, I said, "Hey, let me bet a shit ton of more games." And I did with the Georgia Bulldogs covering the line against Winthrop. Barely. The sweat was real in this one, but Mike Snow White getting it done. What'd you make of this one?
Good win for Georgia. I mean, Georgia's been undervalued. I think they're 3-3. They got Florida State on deck. Looking forward to seeing that one on Wednesday.
Yeah. So my bet started flying off the shelves once I got up big. So I decided to lay 3.5 with Baylor, and the sweat was real. But Baylor gets it done. I gotta be honest though, I came away impressed with Florida yet again.
Yep.
So Baylor wins. I cover. I hit, but I was impressed by Florida. I thought I might be able to relax a little more in this game. Not the case, as Baylor wins, but Florida made him earn every single basket there. So what'd you make of this one?
No, after you left, no, I don't know if Noah hopped on. I ended up taking Florida. I thought this was a spot that Baylor was due for a loss. They barely got by Auburn. I felt like they were due for one of these losses that they usually get in November. They had a couple last year. What was the other game? They struggled with Gardner-Webb. Florida's good. I like this Florida team a lot. They're athletic, good guards.
Gardner-Webb's good too.
Gardner-Webb's really good. So, but also Baylor's pretty fucking good again. They got good guards. They defend more. JTT hit a couple big threes, which I was like, goddamn dagger to if anybody that had Florida. No, what was your take?
My takeaway was more on the Baylor side because, I mean, I kind of expected that Florida would compete in this game. Baylor did that without Jacoby Walter at all in the second half. He played 2 minutes in the second half.
Got into foul trouble.
Absolutely killed our prop that we gave out for the points wise. But Justin H., who commented with the Jacoby Walter picks, the pick on the Underdog post at J Holtz 21, HOLZ 21 is the winner today. Overall, I mean, I'm sure they would have loved to come away with a win, but now I don't think people are really going to underestimate Florida. That was a good game.
That really was. I was impressed.
They had a good tournament. I mean, they beat the shit out of Pitt and then good showing against Baylor.
Yeah, you're right. And we were off on this one. And I think we got to start respecting Mike Young a little more this year because they took it to Iowa State today. And look, I like Mike Young. I've always liked Mike Young, but I thought that the energy of the program was heading down. This is a huge win, and I'm buying in. I'm buying in a little bit here on the Hokies. They beat Iowa State 71-62. I didn't bet this game, but I was definitely on the wrong side of it. I thought about betting this. I'll be honest. I actually had this in my bets. Like, you know how you load them up on the screen. I X'd out of it, but I almost did, and I would have laid Iowa State -5. What'd you make of this one?
Same. I thought Iowa State would suffocate them, and they did for a good portion of the second half, but Virginia Tech punched him in the mouth in the first half, got the lead, made some shots. He's got a good team. I know they lost to South Carolina, but South Carolina is still undefeated. Really looking forward to seeing how Virginia Tech matches up with FAU Sunday night in the championship. I mean, this is another opportunity for Mike Young. You get this one, man. You got an NCAA tournament resume already headed into league play, barring that you just don't shit the bed in league play.
Yeah. We had a solid amount of money on Bethune-Cookman and Reggie Theus. What in the fuck was that?
They got housed. Oh my God. Terrible pick.
18-point loss to Lamar. That was my worst pick of the day.
That was worse.
Well, no, I had Bryant. Bryant lost by 25, but this is worse to me because I knew Bryant had potential to get blown out because it's the Centus Center. This one was my worst pick of the day. We should have bet Southern Indiana because they gave Duke a fit in the first half.
They're good, man. I like that team.
They covered for us. They only lost by 18. The line was like fucking 30 something. I feel like
good culture. I like that team.
Screaming Eagles fly high. Idaho. How the fuck did this happen? I'm glad I didn't bet this, but the Idaho I watched the other night, I don't know how they went to San Diego and beat UCSD. They did. It took overtime. But I'm still perplexed by this one, and shocked.
College basketball, baby.
Yeah. Now I know you and Noah had a lock battle here. Now I took Noah's side. I didn't bet it, but I'm saying when I picked it, I took Noah's side. Seton Hall got drilled by Iowa by 13. I caught a decent chunk of this game, but Mac, what were your thoughts on this one?
Iowa made a shitload of threes early. Seton Hall battled back, but Seton Hall just goes through these lumps where they can't score. Shaheen Holloway still got some work to do. Good win for Iowa. I think Brad McCaffrey's team's all right. Disappointed that they laid an egg the previous night, but good bounce back spot.
I was counting on the Pirates defense here to really kind of hold the Hawkeyes in check, but like Max said, they started out really hot. And I don't even think the 13-point score does it justice because Seton Hall was never really in reach of winning this game, actually. So, this one was Iowa all day.
Yeah. And I took Seton Hall. I didn't bet it, but I still like to be right with all my picks. So I was watching it being like, what the fuck? I did bet this one, though. Texas Tech against Michigan. Noah, you can come back.
This was a beatdown.
Woo! Red Raiders get it done by 16 in Ann Arbor. Mac, your thoughts?
Texas Tech defensively is really good. You know, it kind of shows you too that their only loss was to Villanova, who ran through the tournament after they got done with Texas Tech. Texas Tech is going to be a player in the Big 12. They're good defensively. They're well coached. McCaslin gets the shit done just like he did at North Texas. They choked Michigan out here defensively.
Noah,
for a team that was kind of put together in the last minute, in my opinion, because you went out and got Joe Toussaint and he's playing like 30 minutes a game for these guys. And no offense to Mac, but
should be on our fucking team.
That was a last minute get for him, and he's playing a huge role on this team. McCaslin did a hell of a job, and this team will be competitive, just because the defense here was very good, and Michigan was just lackluster on that side of the ball, and Michigan's offense today was forced into just really bad shot selection, in my opinion. They were taking a lot of 16 and 18 footers, like just inside the 3-point arc, because the drop coverage would, they would allow them to come in, but wouldn't allow them to get into the paint. So I thought it was outstanding for them. And the two Arizona State gets, Devin Cambridge had a hell of a game today, and Warren Washington.
The vets, man, those were great portal pickups, man.
Yeah.
Great portal pickups.
Warren Washington was outstanding down low.
Yeah, and we talked about this, Noah, when we did a bunch of previews too. I know, I don't know if it was with you or with Colby. I can't remember. We've done 1,000 episodes, but this is where McCaslin's junior college background is so beneficial that he could take over a job. He's got to turn over the whole fucking roster, and he knows how to get, just like Chris Beard. Chris Beard's the master at this as well. Get a new roster and get the culture in at the same time, and find a way to win while you're growing your culture as well. So well done, McCaslin.
Yeah.
I want to touch on this. Go ahead, Colby.
I was just going to shout out the Long Island bus drivers in the chat. Appreciate them. I'm surprised that the hotel Wi-Fi is working good enough, but he says my boys will be ready for Northern Kentucky, the North, safely at Highland Heights apartment complex. I assume
boots on the ground.
I'm looking at the restaurant scene in Highland Heights, and I see an Arby's, I see a Wendy's, and the Wendy's says from Google Maps, it says a Wendy's meal deals. So I'm assuming Rod Strickland's gonna put it. I see an Applebee's. There is an Applebee's out there, and there's also a Frisch's Big Boy. I think if look. Being a better of the fucking Long Island Sharks, I'm gonna guess that they're at Frisch's motherfucking Big Boy having a full plate of something that's hard to find. Something called the Victory Special, motherfuckers. All right, let's go.
You picked out a comment and wanted to run with it. I'm gonna run with a comment here from Tyler Hoffman. He was the one I was thinking of the other night when he picked out their ass kicked by Florida and he disappeared. It was like the one show of the year that he didn't come in. And
this is what they fucking do. They beat up on fucking shit teams, and then when they lose to Missouri, Clemson, and West Virginia, you won't see them till Labor Day.
P5 win. All right.
P5, I guess.
I want to touch on one last thing from this Michigan game, and I didn't mention it either of the first two games, but all of a sudden, because we were down in Bahamas, like Juwan Howard thought he was like all right to sit on the sidelines. But when you have your head coach on the sidelines, I think he's the head coach. However, Phil Martelli's walking, patrolling the sidelines. Juwan's standing up and directing the players half the time anyway. So what are you doing here? And then he gets tossed for bickering with one of the referees today. He got a double tech. So right out of halftime, Pop Isaacs hits all 4 threes or free throws. But the thing that I'm really taking away from this team in the Bahamas, they didn't look as sharp as they did early on in the season. They weren't as good in transition. Phil Martelli had the guys running, and this team is good in transition because you have a guy like Doug McDaniel, who's small, speedy, fast, athletic, can do things in transition. You're not running your team through Hunter Dickinson anymore. You don't have to wait for him to get down the floor. You have to work in transition for this team to be good.
Yeah. I mean, it was easy play by your boy Dundee over here with those Red Raiders. And I mean, look, I had an unbelievable day, and I'm mad at myself because I wanted to bet. I mentioned this last night. Why did I not bet on New Mexico? They drilled Pepperdine by 19. We should have took New Mexico. I'm mad that I didn't. I even had a chance this morning to do it. I passed on it. And I did not hit on that. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, I mean, New Mexico started fast last year. Interested to see if they can hold the momentum. Last year they kind of hit the fan in beginning of Mountain West play. They got good guards. They got Patino's guy from Iona. It's a good team on paper. Little Patino's got to finish the job though this year.
Yeah, and then East Tennessee State drilled Alabama A&M. Really wish. Actually, I think the closing number you would have covered with A&M by the hook. So glad. I mean, I didn't bet this game, but I was thinking about it on last night's show. I did bet this game and I lost my ass on Marshall plus 18, I think it was, or 17.5. I thought they could keep it within that. Kentucky drilled them by 36. I'm not mad. I had a great night, but
Kentucky's hard to figure out right now.
Yeah.
They're
I think
so
I would have.
soft.
I think I would have bet this again. This again.
Shout out to my one guy that always gets on me for saying Kentucky's soft. Kentucky's fucking soft.
Bowling Green, Western Kentucky. I think you hit on. I mean, we didn't bet this, but you hit on this. I thought BG might cover. They did not. The Tops got it by 7. Shout out to them. And then you were right on this, and I was wrong on this. We didn't bet this, but Ohio State drilled Alabama. Your thoughts on this one?
Ohio State dominated the game. I think Ohio State, and especially Chris Holtmann, I think he's good in the non-con. I think he's a good coach, honestly. But I just don't know if he's the right fit there. But they controlled the tempo. They kept Alabama out of transition, did a good job on the 3-point line. Good win. Great win.
The question, look, I don't have nothing against Chris Holtmann. I do have something against them firing Thad Matta. So the question is did they improve on their, and I think that's why Holtmann probably gets negative, you know, like I come at him, I think, in a negative manner because I'm like, you fired Thad Matta. He went to the tournament like every time, but like like once or twice. What the fuck are you doing? He took you to the national championship.
Well, Holtmann's like very similar to Thad Matta. He finally missed the tournament last year, and everybody's like, can his ass. And I'm like, he's actually been pretty good, but like they did the exact same shit with Thad Matta, like you said. So I guess the standard is he probably should be gone.
They should have gave Thad Matta a lifetime contract after that national championship.
I agree. He was great.
Unbelievable to me.
And great guy.
Exactly. We were on Lehigh. They covered against Providence. We didn't bet it. We should have. What the fuck were we thinking?
I did today. I'll take
credit. Oh, you did? There we go. I'll play some music for you. There you go.
The Philly guys.
That one, you knew that was too many points. You were like, no, that's too many. Yeah.
Thanksgiving meal was too good in Providence. Tim English didn't have them ready.
We also knew New Hampshire would beat Fairfield. I didn't bet this, but it hit. Oh no, I'm not going to play that music, but I will play the music for this because if you listen to last night's show, it said this is a fringe lock. And I think I even said, if I'm up on the day, I'm loading up on them. And I was up on the day and I loaded up on the Penguins of Youngstown State in an in-state battle, catching way too many points. They cover by only losing by 8. They were getting like, what was it? 12. This is almost like, it's 14.5. I think this is part of our, I think we're a good show. And I think part of it, you got to know what you're betting. Like Youngstown's going to get up for Dayton. Dayton's not Ohio State, but Youngstown players were passed over by Dayton, but by Xavier. If you ever see that on the schedule, same with that Penn Lafayette game, that, I mean, maybe not as much with the Penn Lafayette game but still, yes, because they're both academic institutions. You're still trying to play there and it's a rivalry game. So, I mean, I think like underrated like element of handicapping is knowing the in-state battle. So
Penn Villanova.
Yeah. No, knowing that, and dude, I loaded up on Youngstown. I got it done. I didn't bet this game, but I want to shout out that I was on TV yesterday talking about George Washington is live to win on the money line. The Colonials beat Ohio in overtime by 5, double overtime actually. Dude, this G-Dub team's actually really legit. As much as I hate as much as I hate their little sissy fucking fans.
We're gonna fade them tomorrow.
Potentially.
Shout out Veasan. Their graphics aren't updated. They still had Colonials there. So shout out
to Hoops Peterson. Who's like the Colonials. It's like fuck yes, they are the Colonials. And no, I'm gonna say shout out to them in a positive way because like, come on, let's go.
That's what I meant. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, don't send me down this road right now. I've had 3 drinks. Don't send me down this road.
Hail the Redskins.
Don't send me down this road. I got guns blazing at all times. You give me a few whiskeys or a few rums, whatever the fuck. The guns are definitely blazing. North Florida covered against LSU. I was on the right side of this. Didn't bet this, but LSU wins. Oklahoma State, Houston Christian. I believe Houston Christian did not cover this. So I was wrong there. But anyway, didn't bet this game. Didn't bet Alcorn State Clemson. Don't need to talk about that. Hawaii stays undefeated by winning against UT Rio Grande by like 20 fucking points. Now this we can talk about.
Is awful.
Yeah, they're on auto fade. Yeah. We can talk about this one. I didn't bet this game, but Boise State I did roll with. Boise State 65, VCU 61. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, I bet Boise, so ended up winning. A little fortunate because VCU punched him in the mouth, but Boise, man, I like this Boise team. They were feisty down the stretch, got stops when they needed it. Leon Rice, veteran coach. Them and Butler on Sunday night. That's a good game.
Yeah. And shout out to Andrew, who just donated $2. This is off topic, but we need a fucking Sharks match. And gambling, Mick. Is this my brother? I have an older brother who happens to be in the medical profession, and I'm always wondering if that's him. Shout out to DB Cooper. All you guys, fantastic stuff. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I didn't take that Boise State game, even though I was on the right side of that, but I did take this one. So I had to leave early last night, and I lost a bundle of money on Arizona State. And you might think that I hate Arizona State, but no, I decided.
You hate Bobby Hurley.
Yes. And I decided that, hey, Vanderbilt is horrible. So I'm going to reload on Arizona State, and boom, solid money there as they take down those private school pussies. Let's go. Beat them by 15, easy cover. And the hits kept coming because I rode with Northern Iowa against Stanford. Easy fucking play.
Easiest play of the day.
Oh my God.
Easiest play of the day.
Folks, 1-800-PICK Dundee, all right?
Stanford played out of their minds the first 2 days, and then they got a couple other white guys on the other side. They didn't know what to do. So Northern Iowa beat the shit out of them. It was great.
I mean, easy handicapping there.
Never a game.
Easy fucking handicapping there. Now, I should have bet Illinois minus the points against Western Illinois because they won by 32. I did pick that correctly, but I just didn't have the courage to do that. And now I did eat shit on this. I got cute. I was up a bunch of money, and this is the circle of trust, me being honest. I decided to bet on Oregon against Santa Clara.
Ooh.
I didn't have this. This was not planned this morning. But when you see a shit ton of money in your account, you see a bunch of games left, you go, what are we doing here? Give me Dana Altman. This is the year of Altman. No, Santa Clara stays undefeated. Shout out to Herb Sendek as they beat Oregon 88-82. I pissed away money. Who'd you have in this one?
I took Santa Clara because I thought the line reeked. And honestly, Noah flipped me on this one. I leaned to Oregon, but then I'm like, nah, I can't. So Herb Sendek doing wonders, 6-0, and they got the Buckeyes tomorrow. Here we go.
Yeah, but I bounced back because I took our fucking Lemoyne Dolphins.
Dude, they're good.
I took our Dolphins, and they covered against Pacific.
It's always fun. A half court shot.
Look, you got to take the Dolphins. Always swim in the fucking Pacific, folks. This is a no-brainer here. All right. Mississippi Valley State, Noah's Delta Devils got drilled. Can we talk about this, Noah? Noah, can we talk about this? Okay, so Lemoyne just won against Cal State Northridge.
Mac tried to convince me to take the Delta Devils yesterday.
Oh,
I did.
Yeah,
I took them. I hate Northridge. I took the Delta Devils. I'll own it. They suck ass.
You actually bet this?
I did.
Oh,
I said Northridge should not be laying 13 against anybody. We just saw this with Lemoyne. Mississippi Valley State's going to cover. Maybe win. They are so bad. They're terrible.
That's why you can never lock up Mississippi Valley State. They won by 36. Cal State Northridge won by 36.
Terrible. How? How did you lose to that team?
How did Jerry Rice ever go to this school?
UConn only beat the Delta Devils by 35.
Unbelievable.
They caught off the dogs. They caught off the fucking dogs. Yeah.
Northridge is a live dog against Huskies.
BYU
property, baby.
BYU drilled NC State. This was crazy because
asterisks here. Yeah.
Early in the game, NC State was dominating, and I was super pissed. I was like, "Fuck NC State, man, you motherfuckers!" And then I'm glad to see the Mormons beat them. Nobody takes on no cowards take on the Super Soakers and win. All right. What'd you make of this one?
BYU's good, man. They look like shit in the first half, but they turned it on. That team knows their identity. They share the basketball. I was down on them headed into the Big 12, but they're going to be in the mix. I think it's an NCAA tournament team. They're old as shit. Obviously, not just because they're Mormons, but they got a bunch of transfers in too.
Well, because they're 32 years old. You know what I mean?
The fucking Mormons always get this fucking scheme going on.
Nothing like going into fucking Kenya and just saying, "Hey,"
they look like creative
30-year-old. Hey, come over here. Anyway, I don't know. I find it hilarious in a way. Arkansas State got drilled by San Diego. I was surprised at that. I thought the Red Wolves were live. I did have someone DM me, and shout out to someone who DM'd me and says, "Dundee, is San Diego going to score over 76 points tonight?" Which is a true DGen move. And I go, I wouldn't take that, but if I had to, I wouldn't bet that in general. But I leaned under, and I got to be honest, I felt like I was completely talking out of my ass because I was like, man, I don't know against Arkansas State, but I was like 76 is a lot.
Yeah.
So I leaned under, and I'm gonna count that. Can I play my music for that one? No. Anyway, game balls. Who's your first game ball, man?
First game ball. We'll go to the first game of the day. The Florida Atlantic Owls, man. Showcase game, top 20, 11 a.m. tip. Everybody saw the game. John L. Davis goes for 26. Dusty May had those guys ready to go. Great win over the Buzzsaw.
Game ball for me, number 1, Mike Young, Virginia Tech.
I like it.
I think I did not evaluate you guys good enough. I was off on, at least right now. It is still fucking November, but yeah, nice win. And I think this is, like you said, if you can just go like 500 in the ACC, even, I feel like you're going to be dancing. So anyway, game ball number 2 for you.
Let's go to the Bahamas here. Let's go to Texas Tech, winning 2 out of 3 of the Bahamas after the disappointing Villanova loss. Come back, beat Northern Iowa with the comeback, and then they beat the shit out of Michigan. Physically dominated them. Grant McCaslin's got those guys going in year number 1. Texas Tech Red Raiders game ball. Had to give him a game ball because that football performance was god fucking awful.
Oh, good God.
Fucking shoot
I was
me right
on
now.
that too.
Yeah.
I had that's what's hilarious. If I had to do the college football show right now, I'd be like, I had a terrible fucking day, but football or basketball, I did great.
Football.
Yeah, football, I struggled today. Iowa and Tulane were the only good things to me.
Yeah.
I struggled on the rest. Folks, my second game ball is the fucking Long Island Sharks. LL Cool J, I think, had a rap lyric in the soundtrack for the Oscar-worthy film Deep Blue Sea. And I think the hook of the song, it might not have been the hook, it might have been the first verse was, "My head is like a shark's fin." That's the way I feel right now. My head is like a fucking shark's fin with me taking the fucking sharks every single night, baby. Let's fucking go. My head is like a fucking shark's fin all day here. Game ball number 2. Who are you doing?
A lot of good candidates. I'm thinking about Ohio State. I'm thinking about Oklahoma. Give me Northern Iowa because, Northern Iowa was beating the shit out of North Carolina, up double digits at half. They were beating the shit out of fucking Texas Tech, double digits, blew that lead. They could have laid down in the 7th place game, but they absolutely beat the shit out of the private school pussies, tree huggers. Northern Iowa's got a good team. I know they're 2-4. I'm going to bet the shit out of them coming down the stretch. They're way undervalued. Good team.
Shout out to Kaysen in the chat. It goes, can I get a 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE to? Can I call 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE to get that Dundee for my basement wallpaper? I can hook you up with that, folks. If you can, you don't even have to donate. I believe in the spirit of giving. So just hit me up on Twitter, and I got you. I like Brian Sanders. Wasn't that from the Bad Deep Blue Sea movie, buddy? Bad is subjective. You know what I mean? My final game ball is going to go to the Villanova Wildcats because you fucking drilled Memphis. Even that score is deceiving. They were up by a lot. So, yeah. Load up.
A lot of good candidates today, man.
Yeah, you're right. So
Ohio
there's
State,
that.
Oklahoma. Damn. Yeah.
All right, folks, before we get to picking tomorrow's action, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, they got NBA, they got NHL, they got college football and college basketball, baby. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash the fuck in, people. I mean, last night it didn't hit for us, right, Noah?
Yeah, Jacoby Walter played 2 minutes in the second half. He finished with 11 points. If he plays a full game, probably gets there. He needed higher than 16 and a half, but unfortunately, he was in foul trouble. So yeah, that one did not come through.
Underdog's great though, folks, because and look, like I said, we have a lot of sponsors throughout the years. I don't rep them like I rep Underdog because I actually like believe in the product. Noah's you see him with his Michigan hat. He's gonna fucking sleep in a bunk bed next to a fucking kicker tonight, just like Jim Harbaugh. Try to recruit him. All right. He's a big time Michigan fan. We got the game tomorrow. All right. Michigan, Ohio State. I'll be live 8 a.m. talking about this on the College Football Experience pregame show. Subscribe. But what's great about Underdog is, look, they got all these great player props out there. Pick a minimum of 2 players from at least 2 different teams, and you're good. And obviously, the more players you pick, your odds go up and up and up. So let's talk a little bit about this game because Kyle McCord has a higher or lower on 231.5 passing yards. I am going to take the lower on this, Noah. What do you think? What do you make of that?
I think that if there's one weakness on this team, or defensively, it's the secondary. But then again, we just saw Kyle McCord limping. I don't know if you saw that video.
He's been limping all fucking year. All right. Let me tell you something. He's the worst Ohio State quarterback I've seen since fucking Mike Tomczak. All right. So I like the lower on that.
Okay.
231.5 yards. On the other side of it, everyone's making a big deal out of JJ McCarthy. He wasn't accurate against Maryland. I like the higher on 200.5 passing yards for JJ McCarthy against that stout Ohio State defense. What do you think about that, Noah?
Our passing game has really been limited ever since Sharon Moore has been the head coach. He's just been calling run plays.
Why do you think that
nonstop.
is? Come on, man. Chess, not checkers, man.
I mean, we've shoved the ball down Ohio State's throats the last 2 years too. I don't know if they're really going to throw the ball.
No, it's trying to be humble tonight.
No, this is the game they do throw the ball because they think they're going to do that. This is football 101 here. They've rammed it down Ohio State's throat the past 2 years. Ohio State has actually got to a point physically where I actually feel like they can bang with Michigan. Now
that's why I'm not as confident in this game.
Well, okay, that's fair for the actual play on the game. But I'm telling you, Michigan's path to winning, and I think them running that many times against Penn State, I think the fact they struggled throwing the ball against Maryland, I think only leads more to why I'm going to take the over on the higher, on the passing yards. And I think that's also going to be Michigan's key. And I will lay the 3.5 points. I didn't have to do that for you folks out there. I'll lay it. Let's go. The hook is scary, but I'm laying it.
The hook is telling you, lay it, baby.
Exactly.
Let's go blue.
Exactly. Let's go.
Get this Ohio State shit out of here. Let's go. Let's go Wolverines.
The hook is telling you, sure, minus 3.5, but the look ahead lines have surely come down. So Not as confident as I once was in this game.
Well, that's because you're not playing fucking Bowling Green every week. All right, let's go.
For the record, UNLV's 9-2.
Yeah, but they still have one win against a team with a winning record. Let's not fucking praise them like they're the next, great fucking mid-major here. They beat Air Force. All right, and they lost to Fresno State. We'll see if they can beat San Jose State. By the way, I'm on San Jose State. Subscribe to the College Football Experience. Anyway, folks, that's just what I mean, though, is I really buy into the product that Underdog Fantasy does. So watch along, make picks, maybe make a little extra cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website. And folks, over the next week, we're going to give out another sweatshirt. When you sign up with the promo code TCESGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. And Pick motherfucking Dundee here is going to send you a unused sweatshirt to whoever takes a screenshot, sends it to us with really the best. How about this? Send it to us with the funniest clip, and we'll judge, because that's all subjective, but I'll judge the funniest tagline. How about that? Funniest tagline with it. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code TCESGPN, folks. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, a sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, MLB, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching. Start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. I'm quickly pulling up the lines. I'm sorry. I used I had the lines all ready to go, but I started search about restaurants in Highland Heights, Kentucky. And what's up?
I'll buy you some time if you want me to.
Sure. There you go.
I'm gonna take you to I guess if you're asking me for a prop that I'm confident in when it comes to Michigan football tomorrow, Roman Wilson was knocked out for the second half of that game against Maryland. And he's been like the leading receiver the entire year for Michigan. I like Colston Loveland a lot. He's the tight end. He's a sophomore. And he's gone higher than 35.5 receiving yards in 4 of the last 5 games. And last year against Ohio State, we drew up a couple of specific plays for him. And they were great. He had 45 yards. He had a touchdown on that catch. It was a fake run, and I mean, he was wide open. So I like Colston Loveland here. He's going to be a main part of that passing game if Colby believes that we're going to be throwing the ball much more this time around.
I do believe that, and I think that's the key to their victory. And that's why I trust Michigan, because I think I trust Kyle McCord to make a mistake more likely. You know what I mean? He hasn't had the reps, compared to why am I drawing a blank on Michigan's quarterback's name right now?
McCarthy.
I almost said McNamara. Yeah, there we go. McCarthy. That's the alcohol talking, folks. Anyway, let's get into fucking picking winners here, because I got the lines. Let's fire away, folks. Jackson State's catching 10.5 at Georgetown. Get the fuck out of here. I will take the 10.5. Give me Mo Williams. They just beat Missouri. Missouri's better than Georgetown. What are you doing here?
Oh, you know where I'm going. I'm joining you on this one. Get this Georgetown nonsense out of here.
Get the fuck out of here right now with this shit. Can I interest you in another lot? Because Loyola Maryland's getting 19.5 against Missouri. I haven't bet this yet, but I was like, man, this line should be like 14.5 or 15. Am I crazy?
No, I mean, but the only thing about Missouri, they have started slow the last couple games. Maybe they come out fast for this one. I'll stay away from this one. But I do lean to the points.
Yeah. And folks, by the way, there are 2 8 a.m. games. I just don't have a line on them. I don't have a line on UMKC Brown. I also don't have a line on Tennessee State, Southeast Louisiana. If you can get me those, we'll answer those. I just don't see them at the book right now. But yes, I like the Jackson State angle today. I'm not going to lock up. Loyola Maryland, even though I'm tempted. I'm fucking tempted.
It is tempting. I don't see a line on those games either. Chad, if you see it, let us know.
Yeah. That's the problem with these tournaments. Maryland Eastern Shore is taking on the Flamin' Libs. What's that?
I said my boys.
Yeah, your boys. They're catching 26.5 against the Flamin' Libs. It's a big number to jerk off in the corner. You know what I mean? That's a big ass number right there. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I took them. I was all over them when they beat Penn, Eastern Shore, but I'm going to lay it. I think Liberty's going to win by 40. They do have FAU on deck. They do have FAU on deck. That does.
They win by 20, dude. They play too slow.
Like I'll
Virginia.
take the points. You're right.
Yeah.
I'll take the points. They're coming off the Vermont win. They got FAU on deck. I'll take the points, but it will be dominated though.
Buddy, we should bet the fuck out of this game right here. Maine is laying 1.5 at Columbia.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Maine is better than Columbia.
Why are they? The other thing is they're telling you with them laying points at Columbia. I mean, Columbia got lucky as fuck against LIU the other night. Maine's a much better team. Lock it up. Let's go, Maine.
I really like this play. I mean, I really think like what's going
better
on here?
Team.
Yeah. Give me the Black Bears. We got a Noah Bieniek sighting. YouTube.com/the college experience. What happened?
My fault. Slopeside, shout out to him. I was displaying the banner for the wrong day. Saturday, folks.
Oh. See, folks, we're all consuming. The holidays fucks. I feel like this is today feels like Saturday. Tomorrow feels like Sunday. That's what I'm saying. You just start betting. You know what I mean? Watching Hard Ticket to Hawaii every night. It's all the same. It's all the fucking same. Alabama State is catching 7.5 against Merrimack. Alabama State, I loaded up on you yesterday. But you're about to get fucking drilled by Merrimack. I will lay the 7.5 with Merrimack. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll lay it. I'm going to say off a lock here. I hate taking these teams on the third game in 4 days.
That is logical, but I'm not logical. Do we have a line on NJIT and Wagner?
7. 8.5. Sorry, 8.5. Wagner's laying 8.5.
I'll take Wagner. I kind of feel like they're going to fuck them up, but what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to lay it with Wagner. I feel like Wagner is better than the record 1-3. I'll lay it.
New Orleans. It's catching 2.5. Is this actually at North Dakota? No, it's in Conway, Arkansas. This is why you got to check this shit. No, wrong team favorite. Give me New Orleans.
Give me actually they're not even the Bison. Whatever they are.
Fighting Hawks.
Fighting Hawk. Give me the Hawks. Let's go.
What's the logic here? Like, I know North Dakota looks good this year, but is that sustainable? And I mean, they did win.
New Orleans.
They did win at Pacific. They did drill Elon.
New Orleans doesn't have a Division I win either. I mean, that's
all right. I'll take North Dakota, but I'm not betting that shit.
No, me neither.
I need the line on Mercer, Western Michigan, and Middle Tennessee, Ohio, folks. In the meantime, Evansville is laying 6.5 against SEMO. I will lay the 6.5, and I could be talked into a lock here.
Are we worried about laying points with Evansville though?
A little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I like Evansville, but I mean, Evansville just played a game. I'll take SEMO with the points.
How we do it on that Mercer Western Michigan line, Noah? Or Middle Tennessee, Ohio? I don't see any of those anywhere right now. In the meantime, Detroit is catching 7.5 against SIU Edwardsville. I'll take the points. What are you doing here?
Detroit's laying how many against it? SIU?
7.5. Well, no.
I'll take the point.
SIU is laying 7.5.
Yeah, no, that's too many points. Give me Detroit.
Yeah. I think Detroit's the play there. I might even bet that. South Carolina State is catching 21.5 points against Missouri State. I will take the points, even though, man. Should we lock this?
No, I'm going to be on South Carolina. Or what do you want to lock? South Carolina State?
Yeah, plus 21.5.
I kind of like it. Yeah,
it's too big, right?
Yeah, I agree. Back-to-back road spots.
Come run with the Bulldogs, baby. We're locking up South Carolina State.
And also, Missouri State looked good at that tournament. Just won 3 out of 4. Feeling good about themselves going into Thanksgiving. Letdown spot. They win by 15.
I see Robert Martin in the chat talking about minus 8.5 in Canada. Which game are you referring to, man? Middle Tennessee, Ohio? No, it can't be that much, right?
Unless Ohio's laying that.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway,
number. Yeah.
UMBC, folks, that's why you get our picks page. SportsGamblingPodcast.com, SGPN app. It's free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. You click on our picks, you get all that shit. And by the way, Brian Sanders says you can get South Carolina State plus 22 over at if you watch on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. UMBC is catching 2.5 against William and Mary. Wrong team favorite. Give me UMBC. I can't bet on William and Mary ever again.
I'll take Bill and Mary. I don't feel great about this though.
St. Bonaventure is laying 12.5 against Miami, Ohio. This is one where I feel like we should take Miami, Ohio, because the Bonnies never do this against, like, I know Miami, Ohio is kind of shitty, but I feel like the Bonnies never cover a gigantic number.
Yeah.
What do you think? This is a fringe lock for me.
I'll take the points. I don't want to fade them up there though. You know.
Fair enough. I need the line on Army and Binghamton. Anyone got that line? Army, Binghamton. I'll also say Western Kentucky, Canisius. Also Lafayette, Monmouth. If anybody has any of those lines, Noah, if you can grab this. Army's getting 10.5 against Binghamton. I'll take the points. Should we lock the points?
I love me some Black Knights. Binghamton, who the hell are they to be laying 10 points? Lock up Army.
Let's go,
man.
Fucking golf course. You can't lay double digits with a golf course.
Yeah.
Northeastern is catching 16 at Princeton. Get the fuck out of here. 16? No. I'm locking this. I'm fucking locking this. It should be 11 or something. Give me the points in Northeastern. Double lock there. Yes. Monmouth is laying 3.5 against Lafayette. I will lock up Monmouth laying 3.5. Mac?
I'll lay it. I'm not going to lock this back-to-back spot.
Buddy,
I like it. I'm coming in here to lock it up because
Lafayette just played their rivalry.
They just played Penn, so they're on a back-to-back as well.
That's their rivals too. That's what they get up for. They're going to get drilled by Monmouth.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You talked me into it. Let's go.
Lafayette has not won a game against a D1 opponent so far this year. They've lost by 21, 18, 23, and then just 2 to Penn, who came off the Villanova win.
All over this. Let's go. Did we get the Western Kentucky? Canisius?
Western Kentucky's minus 4.5.
Give me Canisius. Sprinkle a little bit on the money line. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it with Western Kentucky. I like that team. Without Sansbury.
We have a barn burner going on in good old Eagle Bank Arena, Fairfax, Virginia. George Mason is laying 6.5 or 7. Search around as they try to withstand the red hot East Carolina Pirates.
virus in the spirit of ECU.
Plus 230 on the money line, folks. That's all I'm saying. I've been to Fairfax. I've been to George Mason's basketball. I got my fucking high school degree in that same fucking stadium. All right. Look, fade whoever gives me a high school degree in that fucking stadium. All right. That's an easy fucking handicap right there. Give me ECU. Now, even more ironic is you could be like, well, ECU accepted that high school degree, right? But look, either way, ECU gets it done. Money line play, simple. Mac,
I'm gonna lay it with Mason. They're coming off the Super Bowl, the half court shot. It's a fade spot.
No, you build on that. That's dude. I'm serious. The fucking
Noah, who do you got?
I popped in here because I think this game's awesome. You have rivalry Saturday throughout college football, and then a little Colby Dant, NC Nick on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Oh,
one
great.
school's not so pussy, and they actually have a football team. You want to just go with the team that says no? Our athletic director is a football player, a former NFL player, but no, we're not gonna do football. There's only one team to ride with, folks.
Darryl Green, baby.
Yeah, Darryl Green and Brad Edwards, former
Edwards,
safety.
yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Ride it.
If you want to ride the weak hearts, that's okay. It's okay. We're strong over here. So sprinkle that money line. See you tomorrow. You guys also thought the fucking Long Island Sharks were fucking a terrible play. All right. Southern Miss is getting 3.5 against Milwaukee. This game's hilarious. These are both teams that have burned my fucking bank account this year. I've watched both these teams look like complete shit multiple times this year. I actually think we should take Southern Miss plus the points, though. What are you doing here?
I hate this game. Give me Southern Miss. I don't bet this game. Fuck these teams.
North Carolina A&T is catching 23.5 at Samford. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but give me the points.
I'll lay it with Samford. They're awful.
This is like a darling matchup here. The Tommies of St. Thomas are heading into Green Bay to take on the Phoenix. Tommies are laying 3.5. Give me Green Bay money line. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna be on the Tommies. I'll go back to our Tommies.
Tulsa is laying 4.5 against Little Rock.
Oh, this game.
I'm locking this fucking thing. I'm laying 4.5 with the Tulsa Golden Hurricane against Little Cock. And look, Little Cock doesn't, from my experiences in life, Little Cock doesn't go far. All right, so sorry, Daryl Walker. What are you doing here?
Let's lock battle. Give me Little Rock. I'm going back to the well. They're gonna fuck Tulsa. Tulsa sucks.
Oh my gosh, I can't
4-0.
believe you didn't learn your lesson last time.
Fool's gold,
folks.
Little Rock plus 4
in one corner. Pick Dundee riding with the Hurricane. Moneyline Mac riding with Little Cock.
Let's go, Daryl Walker. You owe me one after
you're gonna lose.
He's gonna pick off undefeated Tulsa. They're overrated.
The Golden Hurricane, that fucking thing, that Hurricane's a category 5. All right. UT Martin is laying 3.5 against our Chicago State Cougars. Give me my Cougars. What are you doing here?
I'll take the Cougs. Let's go.
Texas State's catching 6.5 against UT Arlington. I love this matchup. Little in-state battle.
Good game.
Now the only problem is, I think we should take the points because they're not that. I feel like they play each other often. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points as well here.
Lamar is catching 9.5 against Longwood. Longwood double overtime game. Barely survived. That's enough for me to say. Give me Lamar. I don't know who the fuck Lamar is, but hey, give me him. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take Longwood just because Lamar is coming off the rare win over Bethune-Cookman tonight.
Eastern Michigan's laying 1.5 against Central Arkansas. We should bet the fuck out of Eastern Michigan.
Did you say Central Arkansas is laying points?
No, Eastern Michigan's laying 1.5 at the Ferris Wheel Center.
Oh God,
dude, this is a smash spot.
There actually is a +1 out there on the market.
Let's fly high with these Eagles, man. These Eagles are gonna fuck them up.
I'm staying away. They can't ever lay points. I'm not taking them ever as a favorite.
So, Noah, you coming with?
Yeah, I'm locking this one up. This is the beginning of a MTE. There's a lot of distractions, especially when you host one. So Central Arkansas is hosting an MTE. Get out of here. Eastern Michigan has 3 wins against D1 programs. Cleveland State, they own a win against. That's a legit team. Central Arkansas is 0-5 in the D1 so far this year. So I'm taking Eastern Michigan just by the fact that they've won some games this year and they look
their
like
talent level is better than
team.
I can fly higher than a fucking eagle. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Central Arkansas just got their ass kicked by Kansas State.
Central Arkansas is like a bottom 10 program in college basketball. EMU is bad last year, but they're hitting here. Let's go.
I'm staying away. Fuck that game.
Niagara Falls is taking on St. Francis, PA. Greg Paulus is laying 5.5.
Fucking Paulus has burned us.
I'm actually gonna lay it. No, I don't know, man. This line is spot on to me. It's fucking spot on. I'm laying it. I'm gonna lay it. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points. I'm with you. It's kind of back and forth.
Battle of San Antonio here. I love this. And when you get those regional games, Incarnate Word is catching 5.5 against UTSA. I mean, they're both located in San Antonio. Last time they played, UTSA won by 6. That's probably how they got the fucking line. Give me iDub. Give me Incarnate Word. I think they're better this year. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean, they both just played Jack State. UTSA's the one on the back-to-back. I'm going to lock up Incarnate Word. I can't believe I just said that. Lock it up. Take it on the money line. They're going to win.
That is bold. I'm not going to lock it up. Wait, I couldn't talk you into Eastern Michigan, but you're locking up Incarnate Word?
Oh, it's regional battle.
Yeah, I do like the regional battle, but I like that angle. You know what? Fuck it. I'm in. Let's go. iDub. Fly with the Cardinal, baby. Let's go. Fly high.
I actually think they're pretty good.
I mean, for iDub, they're very good.
Yeah, they beat Jack State.
Bucknell is catching 6.5 at Marist. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
Give me the points. No lock here.
The fucking Long Island Sharks.
Oh, here we go.
Are catching 16.5 against some fucking team. George Clooney's fucking alma mater. Look, I saw that fucking movie he did with the fucking volcano shit. Look, he plays the same guy in every fucking movie. He did a football movie where they wear leather heads. Bullshit. The fucking Sharks have came to Highland Heights with the hunger. It's like they're in the ocean. It's like they're in the fucking ocean again. And I know Kentucky's not. Last time I checked, I don't think it's on the ocean. But it doesn't matter because Sharks can swim inland. I've seen it before on the television. And let me tell you something. The fucking Sharks are coming into Highland Heights again and getting it done against this fucking the Norse. The fuck out of here with that. The Norse can't handle a Shark. Give me the 16.5 and sprinkle some of that motherfucking money line all day. Lock it up. Highland Heights fucking apartment complex. Let me tell you something about a couple of Long Island Sharks that I know. They've had more sex in apartment complex than all of Highland Heights. All right, let's go. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna lock value. Northern Kentucky's gonna win by 35.
You're fucking delusional.
They're gonna go back to LIU.
You're delusional.
They're still drinking Long Island right now. They're gonna get fucking killed.
You're fucking delusional. We got a lock battle. The fucking Sharks. My head is like a fucking Sharks fin. Against the fucking Norse. The Norse. I saw your fucking out of sight movie, Mr. Clooney. All right. Oh, you think you throw J-Lo in a movie? It's all bullshit. All right. Jenny from the block my ass. All right.
They're going to be down 20-2 in this game. You're going to be like, fuck the Long Island Sharks.
You don't know about the heart of a shark. All right. You don't know about the heart of a shark. All right. I'm all over fucking Long Island here. They're going to smash it. Fairleigh Dickinson is taking out Jacksonville. Jacksonville's laid 2.5.
Is this game in Pitt, I would assume?
Yeah, this game's in Pittsburgh. Yeah. And by the way, guys, like this is
suspensions?
This is one I'm smelling suspensions here. Like these teams aren't like mainstream enough for this to really get out there on the Twitterverse, but there's got to be some suspensions on the Dolphins here for Jacksonville. Plus 1.5 Fairleigh Dickinson. That seems like there's some value there.
Everybody loves Fair Dick.
Yeah, you went with Little Cock. Maybe I'll go with Fair Dick over here at 2.5.
Lay with Longwood too.
plus 115.
Somebody commented. It was an amazing comment. It was like the biggest mismatch in the country is Little Cock versus Longwood.
Yeah.
Forget who that was, but it was a great one.
Noah, do you have the line on Alabama, Oregon?
No, not yet, but I'm wanting to bet one of those teams if I get a good number.
Let me tell you something about these fucking books. All right. No. Okay. The Jaguars of Southern are catching 1.5 against Valpo, the Crusaders. Give me the Crusaders minus 1.5. What are you doing here?
The Crusaders came through for us the other night, but I'll take Southern. Let's go. Swaction.
Cannabis Capper, shout out to Cannabis Capper. He says he's interested potentially in a Little Cock Longwood Fair Dick parlay. I mean, I just don't think I can take
Moorhead play too.
Yeah, Little Cock is not bet worthy. That's what she said.
More head over less head. Let's go.
Howard is catching 1.5 against Mount St. Mary's. This game's awesome, actually.
Uh-huh.
Why do I love this matchup? Give me Howard to win this. What are you doing here?
I like Howard too. It's kind of regional here. I like this matchup.
Yeah, this is a good game.
Lock, actually.
Wofford is catching 3.5 against UNC Asheville. Wrong team favored right now. Give me Wofford.
They're getting 3.5 against Asheville. I'm gonna lock up Wofford. I know they look like shit today. They're gonna win. Wofford outright.
Moneyline Max in. Woff.
Yeah, when you're cold, I'm coming in here. When you're cold and you get Wofford coming to town, that's a nice bounce back spot because Wofford don't play no defense. So I like Asheville here.
Ooh,
locking it?
Lock battle?
Asheville? Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go. Hey, how come I haven't got those tweets lately about some of these lock battles? It's been awfully quiet over there from the chat. Let's go, Wofford.
I don't normally tweet them out.
We got a little lock battle. Noah Bieniek riding with the Bulldogs of Asheville. Moneyline Mac riding with little terriers, little yappers. Let's go. UNC Wilmington is catching 1.5 against Florida Gulf Coast. Wrong team favorite. Give me Wilmington.
I'm going to be on Gold Coast. Not a lot of feel here, though. This game comes down the wire. Look forward to watching this game.
That line stinks to me a little bit. I'll be honest. Yeah. Belmont's catching 3.5 at Penn. Why do I feel like Belmont could be the perfect team to fuck with Penn? Give me the points. Give me the points.
I'm locking up Belmont. Belmont's gonna win.
I'll join you.
White guys going into other white guy territory.
I'll join you. I'll join you.
Look at the fuck Penn up.
White on white crime going on here in wherever the fuck Penn. Yeah, Philly. There we go. Yeah.
Going second the money green.
Do we have a line on Greensboro, Delaware?
Greensboro, UNCG, nothing. I got nothing. Chad, if you got something.
They're fucking killing me on this. I mean, we wait long hours to do this
2 a.m.
fucking show.
How are we gonna have a line on these games?
It's because they're listening to Dundee and Mac. That's what I think. Delaware State's getting 1.5 against Bethune-Cookman. My worlds are colliding, to quote the great George Costanza. What the fuck? I love both these teams. Give me Bethune-Cookman, bounce back spot. I'm locking it up. Lay the 1.5 with Reggie Theus. Let's go. Let's go. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Delaware State just played the overtime game. Bethune, awful today. I like the bounce back angle. Let's lock up our guy, Reggie Theus. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. We got it right here. Only laying 1.5. They win by 4. Let's go.
By the way,
battling us here?
No, did you guys skip the Niagara St. Francis game?
No, we said St. Francis. Or no, we were split. We didn't.
I went Niagara. But I didn't. I didn't.
So I must have been looking for a line then. That's my favorite bet of the day. Give me Niagara. I don't know where you guys picked it at, but I got it minus 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah. My favorite bet of the day.
You're fit, dude. Folks, Noah Bieniek locking it up. I rode with Niagara.
There ain't no way he's gonna see any of this game after Michigan, Ohio State.
It's true.
He's blacked out.
It's true. Like what do you guys do? Like, are you going to a bar? Are you going to the game? What are you doing? What's the schedule for tomorrow, Noah?
So we're very what's the word?
Degenerate?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna be with the Big 12 guys tomorrow.
I can't think of the word, but we're very I can't think of the word. I'll jump back in when I think.
Yeah. You sound like a Michigan fan.
He'll jump in the middle of Manhattan and
he's like I'm searching for the word. Very excited to party. I'm fucking with you, Noah, buddy. I know you're fucking, but there's got to be some type of plan here. You guys going to a fucking Ponderosa? Going to do some fucking sniff some glue in the parking lot? What are you doing?
Superstitious. We've done the same thing for the last 5 years. So like we've got an exact list of all the spots that we've hit before the game. What we've done during the game, like we follow that thing to a T.
Game plan.
So, yeah. Oh yeah.
So you got to, if I may, that means you got to look at who you texted last year. All right. And the year before. So if you texted old Veronica,
that's just not possible.
Who you jerked off to? Yeah, you got to do the whole thing.
Yeah, you got to live your life in unison.
So Colby and Mac, that's just another reason why maybe I'm just not as confident in Michigan this year.
What? Because who you jerked off to? What?
Possibly. It might not be me. It could be another guy in the friend group too.
Wow. This guy jerked off to something awful. I don't even know. I'm trying. My mind is Kirstie Alley. I'm damn it. She died though. I can't make fun of her anymore. She died. So now everyone makes me look like a fucking asshole. Who else gained weight, or who could it be? Who could it be? I feel like.
Hopefully everybody's alive.
Is there a bad jerk off these days? It's gotta be something. I'm trying to think. Oprah? Oprah? I'm just trying to. Who could it be? Anyway, I don't know, folks.
Show at 2:00 in the morning on the East Coast.
Folks, if you use that promo, Amber Heard's a good nominee. Very good nominee. The ugly Kardashian. Look, I don't know. There could be. That's a good point, Clark. I don't know. Look, the world is, yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's that whole Hawaii thing going on. You know what I mean? The fucking real estate in Hawaii. Why did the fires really? Dolly Parton's a great fucking answer, by the way. Great fucking answer.
Tony Romo last night.
Who knows what Jimmy Harbaugh's doing on those sleepovers? My God.
That's actually a little too close to home. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Oh man.
How close are you to the program, Noah? All right. Cause that might be where we kick you off the show. All right.
We're gonna have to live investigate you right now.
He did sleep over at a fucking 18. I'm sorry. If I'm on a recruiting visit and my coach wants to sleep over with khakis, I'm like, yo, I'm not going to your school. Fuck you, dude.
Now Ohio State's going to launch 4 more private investigators on me to try to get to Michigan. Come on. You just had to do that.
That's
really?
true.
Oh, they do that in the NBA now. That one guy's with a couple girls that are much younger. Who
really is Uncle T? That's what I want to know. Anyway, let's continue on. I'm sorry, folks. Chat. Noah's the little brother. Harbaugh slept over at the house. He was in that basement with no drywall. All right. He was there. All right. He was asking for sandwiches at midnight. All right.
Oh man. What a show.
Furman is catching 5.5 against UAB. This game's awesome. This is a low-key awesome game.
Hell of a transition from Noah's basement into this game.
Yeah. So from potential pedophilia to how about Furman and UAB? We got a barn burner going on here. I mean, Furman and the points, I think, is the play, right?
Game's in Birmingham. Yeah, I'm going to take the points. I think this come right down the wire. I love both these teams.
I love Robert Martin because he hits us with the lines in Canada. He's like, -6 here in Canada.
It's great.
Get yourself over to Saskatchewan. You're fucking good. All right.
It's fantastic.
I'm gonna take Furman. Now this game's awesome too. Georgia State's getting 7.5 against Charlotte. I'm gonna lay it with Charlotte.
I kind of like Charlotte too. I'll lay it as well. Let's go.
Cal is getting 14.5 at San Diego State. Give me the Golden Bears.
That's a shitload of points. But I kind of feel like they're going to get fucked up. I'll take the points. I'm not locking this though.
Texas Southern's getting 16.5 at Drake. Wait, this isn't at Drake. This is the fucking where the fuck is this? Cancun? No, this is at Drake.
This is in Des Moines.
Okay. Yeah. Drake's coming off of a loss, is it, or a win?
They beat Akron.
Yeah, give me the points in Texas Southern. What are you doing here?
I'll lay with Drake. I think they're really good.
I swear I saw this Queens Richmond line earlier, but I can't find it right now. Anyone got this? Thought it was like 7, maybe 8. Anyway, in the meantime, if you got that, drop it in the chat. Alabama A&M is catching 14 at Cleveland State. I see a 14.5 out there too. Give me the. I just feel like Cleveland. Everyone's going to think they're going to drill them. Okay. Give me Alabama A&M. I can't lay that many points with Cleveland.
Yeah,
State.
I'm taking the point. Too many points.
Yeah.
Queens is plus 12 against Richmond.
Dude, I've been impressed with Richmond this year. Yeah, I'm still on the points. Give me the 12. I could be talked into a lock.
Yeah, I'm locking this. You
Let's
can't
go.
lay double digits with Richmond.
Let's take that 12. And the Queens. What are they? What the fuck is their name again? The Royals, right?
The Royals, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Danny Tartable. Next up, Holy Cross is catching 21.5 against St. John's. Give me the points, I guess.
I mean, I'm probably going to take the points. I mean, you look at who's Holy Cross. Holy Cross got West Virginia on deck, right? Yeah, they're in Morgantown next Friday. Take the points.
UTEP is taking on Kelly LePepe and Loyola Marymount. Marymount's laying 4.5. Hate to tell you this, Kelly LePepe. I think we should lock UTEP in the points here. Ride the money line. 4.5.
Yeah, I think UTEP's going to win the game. I'm going to lock it out.
I'm with you.
UTEP's good, man. They play hard as shit.
UTEP money line. South Alabama's catching 14.5 against Maryland. May I present to you? This is the same spot we saw as Kansas State. Who was Kansas State playing? Central Arkansas.
Yeah.
The night before, we had a gigantic spread. I forget who it was.
We had Maryland. Maryland drilled UMBC.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, that's why I was like, no, we already did this one.
I'm still laying it. I'm not betting it though. I was gonna bet it. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna lay it as well. I think they're the better team. Way better team.
Norfolk State's catching 15.5 at Wichita State. That is too many fucking points. Give me Norfolk State.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me the points.
Shout out to Mike Trutt. He's gonna be at that LMU game tomorrow. Where's that? In the Bahamas? Cayman Islands? Enjoy. Bowling Green is catching 6.5 against Lipscomb. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
Lipscomb had the big win today. I'll take the points.
I don't have a number on UIC George Washington. I don't have a number on Ohio State Santa Clara. I don't have a number on UT Rio Grande Arkansas State or Hawaii.
I'm gonna lock up Bowling Green, by the way. I like Bowling Green. I think they're gonna win the game outright. The more I look at it. Let's go.
Money line Max and ride with the Falcons. North Dakota State's catching 14.5 at Grand Canyon. Is this actually at Grand Canyon? It is. They're going to get fucking destroyed. I think we should consider locking up Grand Canyon. They're coming off the South Carolina loss. They haven't played at home in like 10 days.
Let's do it. Yeah. I like the spot. I think they're going to drill.
Fuck with the antelopes. You get the horns. Let's go. Lay the 14.5.
Yeah. Beat down.
Vermont is catching 6.5 against Bradley. This game is awesome.
Peoria, baby.
Ah, man. Give me Vermont in the points. They're battle tested a little bit, I feel like.
Yeah, I'll take the point. I feel like this has got to be a 1-score game, right?
Yeah. Or maybe 2, but like it's just a little too much.
Too many.
Fucking Dartmouth here is taking on St. Louis. The Billikens in St. Louis getting 13. It's too much. Give me fucking Dartmouth to cover this. St. Louis is going to win the game, but I'll take the points. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take Dartmouth. Fringe lock. Too many points with Travis Ford.
Northern Illinois is getting 4 at DePaul. Get the fuck out of here. Wrong team favored. Give me Northern Illinois money line. They're a fucking way better team than DePaul this year. No, I see you're here.
I will join you. No, will you?
Yeah, this is a triple lock, and it's a revenge game for Philman Gebruhit, who is one of the guards for Northern Illinois, who's been killing it so far this year. He's a former player for DePaul.
They're going to win.
The Huskies.
They're going to win outright. Let's go.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together.
I don't have Hawaii San Diego's line either, folks. Get the picks page. That's our fucking show. I saw the chat talk about Bradley Vermont under 126. I kind of like it. Folks, to recap, before my phone runs out of batteries, my locks. Jackson State plus the points. Maine minus 1.5. Merrimack -7.5. South Carolina State +22.5. Let's fucking ride with it. East Carolina +6.5. Ride that money line. Tulsa -4.5 against Little Cock. Where Eastern Michigan -1.5 against Central Arkansas. IDub +6 against UTSA. The fucking Long Island Sharks plus the points. Ride the money line as well against the Norse. Fairleigh Dickinson against Jacksonville, getting 2.5. Belmont +3.5 at Penn. Ride that money line too. Bethune-Cookman -1.5 against Delaware State. Queens plus the points against Richmond. UTEP money line against Loyola Marymount. Back it up with the points to save your ass. And we're waiting on a lot of other games, but I also like Grand Canyon to drill North Dakota State tomorrow, as well as Northern Illinois money line against DePaul. Mac, fire.
Yeah, no, get the picks page because I'm adding as we go. I'm going to take Jackson State against Georgetown as well. I'm on Maine over Columbia with you as well. I like Army in the points against Binghamton, so take the points there. I also like, who else did I like? It was Little Rock, block battle against Tulsa. Let's go Little Rock, Little Cock, whatever you want to say. South Carolina State against Missouri State for me. Fair Dick over Jacksonville with all the suspension. So check the picks page on that one. Lock battle, I'm taking Northern Kentucky over LIU and the bounce back. So I love our Sharks, but not tomorrow.
Didn't love them yesterday either. Didn't love them yesterday.
I loved it the first 3 times too. Incarnate Word in the Battle of San Antonio over UTSA. Belmont over Penn. I like that one as well. I like Wofford. I think Wofford's going to put it on Asheville. Wrong team favored. Bethune-Cookman bounce back over Delaware State. Also like Queens. I think they're live against Richmond. I also like UTEP. I'm with you here, Colby. UTEP against Loyola Marymount. Other one I like is
Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois is a live dog against DePaul. I'm going to add a couple when we get some more of these lines. So check the picks page. Let's go.
Noah?
My locks for Saturday. Monmouth -3.5 against Lafayette. Eastern Michigan +1 against Central Arkansas. Niagara -5.5 against St. Francis. UNC Asheville -2.5 against Wofford. Fairleigh Dickinson +1.5 against Jacksonville. I think there's going to be a couple of suspensions there for the Dolphins. And Northern Illinois +3.5 at DePaul. Sprinkle some on the +160 money line. Go Blue.
Folks, that's our show. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. We're on Twitter, or follow on Twitter, I should say, at TCE on SGPN. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Noah Bieniek's on Twitter at NoahB77_. Subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/the College Experience. This is the host, for all of our College Experience stuff. I host the College Football Experience. I'll be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific time. 11 a.m. Eastern. And I'll also be live with the reaction show tomorrow night as well, talking college football. I also host the FCS College Football Experience. The playoffs start tomorrow. Go check that out. And me and Noah Bieniek, we knock out the College Baseball Experience. Check out that. And Moneyline Mac hosts the Big 12 Experience. We got you covered, folks. All those separate podcasts, which you should be subscribed to, come together as one on YouTube, youtube.com/the College Experience. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast as they're live from Las Vegas at VSiN every Friday night, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. They're always talking everything. NFL, college football, college, everything. Fucking horse racing. They got everything. All right. So check it out. And Until next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
It's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen your grill again, it made me good trip. Good dog the mind back like dog will wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you never hit me can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight cause he caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Sing it. Last time you got the hot shit that I made, I was not the hot shit. Why? Going through them transitions, wham this in, damn listen. I can make the biggest change glisten and wouldn't have shit to do with shit but some chips in. I don't get down like that. I'm the super rap mammal with the crown of fact. I'm so sore thumb, sticking out like some stick gum. Out the back with the beat smack. It's dumb, dumb hot, crazy sun hot. More often than not, and not monotonous. And got the hiss in the whole shit's bottomless. Bottoms up, cause I'ma just beat them damn guts to submission. It's in the job description.